What are 4 tips I can use at the blackjack table to increase my rating? Part 1. Number 1. Increase the size of your first bet when you sit down at the table. First, a quick disclaimer. You should never bet more money than you can afford to lose. And you certainly shouldn't bet more money than you can afford to lose just to increase your rating. However, if you're the type of player who likes to sit down at a table and change the size of your bet, so for example, if we're playing at a $25 table, sometimes you bet 25, sometimes you bet 75, sometimes 100, sometimes 50, this tip is for you. When you sit down at the table, the pit boss is going to take your loyalty card, they're going to swipe you in, and they're going to do 2 things. They're going to type in how much money you came to the table with, and they're going to watch what your first bet is, and they're going to enter that into the system as your average bet size. So if you sit down and you bet $25, they're going to be rating you at $25. If you sit down and you bet $75, they're going to be rating you at $75. Now, it's the pit boss's job to come around regularly and update the information in the computer based off of the size of your bet. Now, if you bet more or less, they come around and they update it. However, if you've ever played at the blackjack table before, you know that the pit boss could come around every 30 seconds, or they might come by every 5 or 10 minutes. And during that 5 or 10 minutes, you might be getting rated at the first bet that you sat down with at the table. And if you're playing hand after hand after hand for 10 minutes straight, that's a lot of money you're putting through the table. And if the pit boss hasn't come back by again, you're getting rated still at the first hand that you sat down and played. So if you're comfortable, up that bet. Tip number 2, be friendly to the pit boss. Now, this is a common sense rule that applies every time you go to the casino. Be friendly to the dealers, be friendly to the pit bosses. They're there doing their job, earning a living. They should be treated with dignity and respect. However, if you go the extra mile and you strike up a rapport with the pit boss, perhaps you ask him about his family, where he's from. Now, it's not like if he doesn't like you, he's going to rate you lower. If he does like you, he's going to rate you higher. Now, that could happen. They are only human. However, if you have a rapport with the pit boss, chances are you guys are going to be having more conversations. They're going to be coming over and being more engaged with you. And the more times they come over to you, the more chances they have to see when you increase your bet size and make sure that makes its way back into the computer.